welcome to the video. It's a pretty shitty video, I gotta, I gotta tell you. It's a question, I mean, you've seen the title. It's a question that nobody will want to answer, you know? What happens when your family member is tested positive for COVID? I mean, how do you answer such a question, right? So, story time. I'm gonna give you a bit of a background. My mother has some business to attend to in Malaysia. She submitted an application for a work permit in Malaysia. So while waiting for the permit, she went for a swab test and it was negative. However, when the approval came, the swab test is already dated. The approval letter came in on 1st October, permitting her to enter Malaysia for 2 weeks. Therefore, she went for a second swab test, which she went on the 5th of October. She told me that the test was pretty rough, and then they probably like tickled her brain or something. But of course, she got it done and over with. She did it at about 10:47 a.m. in the morning. So of course, in the morning, I did the usual thing that I do. I went to office, and then for the whole day, actually, I didn't see her. So yeah. When I reached home after work, I had dinner at home, and then I saw a text from her in the family chat. So it's about 9:15 p.m. The family chat was bustling. I don't know if that's a word. So my mom sent this message. My swab test result tested positive. MOH called and is sending an ambulance to pick me up. I mean, it's terrible. And then my family chat went on fire, and everybody's heart sank. Because she was feeling fine for the entire week, and there's no symptoms at all. Like, even right now, when she's at a quarantine facility, she's feeling fine. She's totally fine. Of course, we went around being affected by paranoia, and then investigating like, oh, who might have been the one who transmitted it, who might have been sharing it, anybody show symptoms, you know. But in the end, it just there wasn't a point to any of that. So it's pretty it's a big waste of time and concern, I would say. Then in the end, of course, her hotel and flight to Malaysia is cancelled, and I mean, there are a lot of questions that needs to be answered, you know, that were in all of our heads. So it's like, what will happen to my mom? Will she be cared for in a facility? Can we visit her? Does she need anything from home? Could it be a false positive, you know? I mean, hopefully she won't be too worried about us at home, because, you know, I have a pretty big household. I stay with my parents, 3 siblings, 1 helper, and 2 dogs. So we are also concerned on whether we are moving to a quarantine facility for the whole family, or you know, who will take care of the doggos, how long do we need to quarantine, how do I explain to the family and friends, you know, because on the 5th, it's a Monday, so we just you know, enjoyed a weekend, you know, with our friends and family. So it will be really hard to explain to them, hey, you know, we are COVID positive. You know, how do you break that to your friends and family? So, I mean, other than that, of course, the concern would be, you know, is it better to tell them immediately without, you know, any substantial evidences that actually my mom has COVID? I mean, they are still doing the testing at the facility, and then of course we are still praying that and hope that it's a false positive. because she's feeling super okay, you know. We are afraid that if we tell our friends and family, it will cause unnecessary paranoia to them also. Then of course my concern is also whether do I how do I tell my boss at work, you know, and what will the people in office think, you know, oh no, you know, we spoke in our office on Monday, what if I get it, you know. It's although uh you know, it's just terrible. So of course I asked my nurse friends, and I googled, of course. The general replies are to stay home, wait for MOH to call, and then they will do a contact tracing. um, I mean, that is just the number one thing that we can do, you know. I mean, I wasn't able to sleep the whole night, can you tell? So the next day, of course, my mom did more tests, like X-ray, blood tests, uh, whatever you name it, you know. Of course, after a while, fortunately, she texted us and said, "Oh, everything came back negative." You know, freaking good news, my God. So, of course, now they are testing her with another swab test, to confirm that it's false positive. Um, around on the 6th, MOH called and said, um, "Hi, we are from MOH. The test on your mom came back to be false positives. The quarantine order has been lifted, so you know you can all go back to your regular lives. You don't need to be stuck at home for 2 weeks and get super swole." I was planning like a workout regimen and everything. I mean, make the most of the time, right? So it's a bit anticlimactic, I would say, but it's a huge relief. You can't deny. Of course, with all this, the story. I mean, the main part of the story is, human errors are normal. It happens, but it's what we do when we have the news and how we deal with the paranoia. It will turn, you know, people against each other, and you know, all that thing. It's very very ugly, you know. Of course, luckily my family managed to keep it to themselves and really not leak any fake news, you know, and cause more paranoia to people. So of course, I'm very interested to know what you will think and do. Let me know in the comments for sure. uh, I mean, so far the best answer I have for all the questions I asked just now is just, it is what it is. But hopefully my mom can come out soon. I mean, tested fake positive, just release her, right? Well, stay safe and wear a damn mask.